Election day is over. See how Travis County broke voting records. APD has opened an investigation after several officers were photographed with individuals displaying racist gestures. And crime is on the rise in West Campus. We'll tell you how UTPD plans to tackle this growing issue. Reporting Texas TV starts now. Good evening and welcome to Reporting Texas TV. I'm Melissa Crosby in Mansfield. Travis County voter turnout surpassed 2016 totals. More than 70% of registered voters cast a ballot in 2020. This is the highest percentage for the county since 1992. Of the more than 600,000 votes cast in Travis County, more than 80% of votes were cast during the early voting period. Nearly 70,000 residents voted by mail. Voting by mail and early voting numbers were so high this year that many places had little to no line on Election Day. All votes were counted by late Tuesday night. Voter turnout is usually highest in presidential election years. This year, Joe Biden lost Texas, but won handily in heavily Democratic Travis County. Joe Biden won more than 70% of the vote in Travis County. Donald Trump won 26%. In Texas, Joe Biden lost, winning only 46% of the vote to Trump's 52%. Polls showed that Biden had a chance of winning the Lone Star State. However, Texas has been red since Reagan won in 1980. Late Tuesday night, Trump mentioned the victory in a speech at the White House.
We won Texas. We won Texas by 700,000 votes, and they don't even include it in the tabulations.
Texas has a winner-take-all system, with the victor winning all 38 electoral votes. Much like the presidential race, Texas Democrats fell short in flipping the state in hotly contested statewide races. Republicans remain dominant in Texas as Democrats failed to flip 9 seats needed for the majority in the Texas House. John Cornyn won re-election to his seat in the U.S. Senate by more than 800,000 votes over Democrat M.J. Hagar. John Cornyn gave a victory speech late Tuesday night.
Whether I earned your vote or whether you were pulling for my opponent, I'm honored and committed to serving and representing all Texans. My goal as your United States Senator is simple: continue to make Texas a place of exceptional opportunity for all.
According to the Texas Tribune, Republicans also held big leads in other statewide races for Railroad Commission, Texas Supreme Court, and the Court of Criminal Appeals. In Austin, propositions were also on the ballot. Voters approved Propositions A and B in Tuesday's election. By voting in favor of Proposition A, voters have approved a property tax increase that will help fund Project Connect, a $7 billion public transit plan. Proposition B was also approved by voters. It will provide $460 million in property taxes for transportation infrastructure such as sidewalks, bike paths, and trails for the city of Austin. Days before the election, members of a social biker group gathered at APD headquarters, calling out both the mayor and city council for defunding APD over the summer. Bismarck Gandino has the story.
More than 50 people gathered to march to the W Hotel hoping to get voters' attention in light of local elections. The group known as the Wind Therapy Freedom Riders made a stop downtown from Round Rock to meet with local candidates and conservative groups in support of local law enforcement.
Our goal out here is to be right in the face of Mayor Adler. You know, he has done a great job of destroying our city.
The group marched to Adler's home at the W Hotel hoping he would come out and have conversations about the allegedly hostile environment he has created for APD.
The defund the police movement has made it the worst environment for law enforcement that I've ever seen in my life, and we need to be here to support them, not because they're perfect, but because they're great and they can be even better.
APD! According to the group, your minutes is up. Crime has risen so much in Austin, the city is no longer safe. They are encouraging voters to sign a petition to vote Adler out of office.
We have until April 11th to recall him. We have to collect 61,000 signatures. We're shooting for 70, and we're on very good pace to make that happen.
Mayor Adler was re-elected in 2018 and his current term doesn't expire until January 5th, 2023. Sunday's protest, on the other hand, comes in a moment where other groups across Texas are also coming out. But the Wind Therapy Freedom Riders say they have no political affiliations.
The other side picked a fight with our law enforcement, and that's not anything that we'll stand for. So we're out here letting them know that they're out. You know, it's time for the good guys to get back on the saddle.
Bismarck Andino reporting Texas TV.
A spokesperson for Mayor Adler's office released the following statement to KVUE on Sunday. Mayor Adler has no response. He was out looking at new opportunities for getting people out of tents and into homes. Austin police later opened an investigation of the protest after a reporter from Fox 7 shared a photo on Twitter. In the photo, Austin officers pose with members of the Proud Boys, who are seen holding up white power hand gestures. The department later said officers normally take photos with tourists and locals to foster relationships. In the statement, they also said, "We are sending a training bulletin to all APD officers and employees to help remind them of our department policy about endorsements and political activity." The FBI in San Antonio is investigating an alleged harassment to a Biden campaign bus. The incident took place on Interstate 35 on Friday when the bus was traveling from Austin to San Antonio. A Biden campaign official said motorists displaying Trump 2020 flags attempted to slow down the bus and run it off the road. On Saturday, President Trump tweeted a video of the incident saying, "I love Texas." He later claimed his supporters were protecting the bus. Crime is on the rise in West Campus, according to the Austin Police Department. They are investigating a string of aggravated robberies. One of these robberies included a home invasion. Stephanie Witt has the story.
Just woke up to two individuals pointing guns in my face and asking just for stuff in the house.
On October 8th, police responded to the robbery on San Pedro Street at 6 a.m.
They were in shock and not moving as quickly as the criminals had wanted them to. And one of them yelled out that you need to start doing what we say or people are going to start dying.
In the past 2 weeks, Austin police have responded to at least 6 dorms burglarized at UT San Jacinto dorm and 4 burglaries at the off-campus dorm Callaway House where mostly freshmen live. Some students are worried.
It's very hard for me at night. I won't go anywhere by myself anymore just because of the things that I've heard and seen. And I know it worries my parents too because I'm so far away from home and they don't know what's going on here. So it's pretty concerning.
Police say that suspects are targeting women who are walking home alone at night.
It's definitely worrisome, especially with times of COVID, people in kind of just staying in their apartments. Like, you would think there wouldn't be as much going on because people would be isolating, but the fact that these numbers are up, that's pretty frightening, I will say.
Austin police described the suspects from the aggravated robbery as white or Hispanic men in their early or mid-20s, and they are asking for the public's help with identifying them.
You really never know. I mean, yeah, it's a safe area. Like, we'd like to think that, but you just really never know, and it's better to be prepared than not be prepared.
Stephanie Witt reporting Texas TV.
In response to these robberies, Governor Greg Abbott directed the Texas Department of Public Safety to increase patrols around UT's campus. UTPD is getting a new office on the drag. This comes after Governor Abbott announced he would increase patrolling in West Campus in response to a recent rise in crime. The office will be located on 25th and Guadalupe Street. The UT Police Department said the office can be used as a collaborative space for different safety partners, including the Austin Police Department and the Texas Department of Public Safety. UTPD hopes to open the office by 2021. Coronavirus numbers are peaking. The number of active cases of COVID-19 in the Austin-Travis County area is the highest it's been since August. On Wednesday, over 1,000 active cases were reported. According to the Health Department, this is the highest report of active cases since August 15th. More than half of the people who have tested positive at Austin public health test sites have been adults between the ages of 20 and 39 years old. Officials ask that people who participated in crowded social gatherings this past weekend for Halloween get tested or stay home and self-isolate. COVID-19 is changing the way UT's Parking and Transportation Services holds its annual bicycle auction. The auction will be held online for the first time and will run until November 13th. The event gives buyers a chance to purchase affordable used bikes. Though the event is online, potential buyers have a chance to view bikes in person at the J.J. Pickle Research Campus. All bids start at $5. Thanks for watching. Don't forget you can check out reportingtexas.com for the latest news from Austin and around the state. I'm Melissa Crosby. Have a great night.